Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and Raila Odinga had interest that our country should be placed on a BBI form. Kenyans were against this, likewise to leaders also. And by that time, I think Uhuru was supporting Raila Odinga in 2022 General August election. When we try to flash back how things went even in Bomas, you will be shocked. But Kenyans said no to BBI, and President Ruto, the current president, was very thrilled, happy, plus other leaders who were supporting Ruto by that time. But today I am shocked at this moment, seeing Mount Kenya leaders are coming out with a very interesting story here. That one man, one vote, 1 shilling. They want it to be implemented in order to secure the resources distribution to each and every county. Speaking in the meeting with SRA, the Nyeri governor is now on this move and having tasked or request that BBI to be returned back in order for them to secure these resources. Apart from securing resources, they also want it to be managed properly by the county governors or any other leaders from the county. Raila Odinga proposed this, but they all went against it. Today, they are now supporting BBI. I want to challenge them by saying it is too late. President Ruto is a man who is driving limousine. Whether it's going on a wrong direction, you don't care. Whether it's going on a right direction, you don't care. It's aimed to complete the mission.
What is the minimum we must give every county across this country? Regardless of whether Lamu has 110,000 people, Nyeri has 1 million, Kakamega has 2, Kiambu has 3. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm a Kenyan. Yes. And if Kenya will develop, let us stop. We are still working around the colonial mentalism. Can we ensure that we sit down as CRA and say, and I'm giving you, I have been a governor twice. The minimum you need for any county to be operational is 7 billion. Take that one, and even if you give 7 and don't give anything else, let them go and everybody will survive. So let's review that. What is the basic share for every county to be operational? One of the things I would want the CRA to ask themselves this question. You talk a lot about, you want to incentivize, I don't know whom to do what, increase revenue. Have you ever asked yourself this question? Who bakes the cake? Because once we ask ourselves that question, as commissioners, as governors, as Kenyans, then we will not give someone a knife and another one a panga to go and eat the cake, because it's already telling us that one is advantaged, the other one is. And so we must start with the key. Now that we are here, we want to discuss, you have listened to others, can we look for the knife that we shall give everybody, an equal knife, the same size, to cut the cake? If we do not do that, then let us ask ourselves, who brought the flour, who brought the eggs, who did the baking. But we can't wake up one morning when the cake is ready, all of us now come and start saying, let us start by having it equally. Where were you when we were baking it? We must ask. Have you asked yourself that question? When I look at your formula, whether the first, the second, or the third, it doesn't appear. Because CRA, in terms of equity and thinking about the future cake, must also incentivize those that are producing. Why are you not looking at that? If you want a bigger cake.
Listen to the governor how he was speaking with the SRA team. He said a very good word. The good words that the governor say is that growing our country to the next level is very much essential, which is true. Country must be grown to the next level for our future children, for our future grandchildren. But now you see, hawa ndio watu walikuwa wanapinga BBI. Wakati Uhuru alikuwa anapanga hii na Raila, wanasema hii ni mambo ya siasa. Sasa hii wanataka BBI irudishwe. BBI ikirudishwa, which means tuseme pesa imetolewa kwa National Bank. Kirinyaga County wamepewa 7 billion. Na hii 7 billion wamepewa mambo ya shule, mambo ya infrastructure, kila kitu for them to be stabilized. Then unapata hizi pesa hata haijafika hiyo 7 billion. Kuna mwenye ameenda na 1 billion, kuna mwenye ameenda na 2, inabaki hata 1 billion. That is whatever the Nyeri governor is now having stress with. Accountability, trustworthy, is what affecting our leaders. Is now proposing the return of BBI, but the distribution of resources is the problem. In all this, most of them opposed the BBI, we recall. They humiliated Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. They were saying, oh, Raila anatumia Uhuru, Uhuru anatumia Raila. Hakuna haja to support BBI. President Ruto went ahead and even campaigned with this issue of BBI. Sai wamefeel ile pinch. They want BBI to be returned. And let me tell you, hata kama watarudisha BBI, pesa bado itapotea tu. This is a way of creating another taxation for Kenyans. Tuseme wamerudisha BBI. How much will it cost? People consent must be sorted out for decision making. Itaenda aje, itakuwa aje? Factors to consider on this BBI. By that time, maybe it was cheap because the government had contributed resources to cater for everything. It was Uhuru's time and it could goes very well. In any case, Kenyans agreed and other leaders. The problem of our leaders today, they don't see future. With me, in fact, I proposed this earlier before. Because I knew it and I understood it. I read it and understood it very well. The reason why I proposed this earlier before is because the contribution of resources, how the governors were going to manage their resources. But I had a headache, and in fact, the current Nyeri governor have said it. Accountability, honesty is what determines. Unapata mwingine hata anaweza ajiri watoto wake familia, na yeye ni governor kwa county. Ule Mkenya anahangaika, ajielewi, maisha ni hivyo. That is whatever is now taking place. Before I carry on, ladies and gentlemen, with this analysis, I want to thank you very much for support you have offered to this channel. Thank you, and as you border the same boat with the members, please consider to give this video a thumb of like. When you like this video, it will reach to several people in the community. And if this might be your first time watching me at Zam Kenya TV YouTube channel, I request you kindly do me a favor. Take a 1 second and click that subscription button and subscribe to our channel. We are on our way to 2,000 subscribers. I will really appreciate you, and soon let's hope to advertise it here that indeed we made it to 2,000 subscribers. Let's proceed. So BBI was good agenda for Kenyans. Country like Kenya need BBI. Country like Uganda don't need BBI kwa sababu uchumi yao ishaharibika hivyo. Unless message ya kuja ainue ama BBI. But country like Tanzania need BBI. I'm giving those examples because I want you to understand this move. But the big question and the stress which now the government is having, all those who are now supporting Mount Kenya leaders having interest that BBI to be returned, is that William Samoei Ruto agree on this. What about his deputy? And how are they going to allow this to happen? It is going to be total shame, because they are the one who went against this, and they did not like Uhuru to speak about the BBI. It is now time for them to come back, humble themselves, and demanding the return of the BBI. Ladies and gentlemen, drop your opinion at the comment section below on whatever is now taking place in our country. Thank you, and that is what I had to share with you at this point. Meanwhile, what are your take? My name is Charles.